friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know.
Hey guys, it's Wednesdays here with Craelen. This week was talent week, so I decided to write after Bandit and Cameron and Danny helped me decide on that. Really, I couldn't figure it out until before that. But I decided to write a story, and it's really emotional, I guess you could say. It means a lot to me. The story does. It's a big portion of my life that this story revolves around. So just let me know what you think in the comments. So the story is a little long, and if there's a buzzing, I honestly, sincerely apologize about that. This was last minute stuff. I'm literally recording this at 11 p.m. on Wednesday, so I'm gonna have to get stuff in the next hour. So let's get started. A story for a very important person. I'm sorry. Static. Hello. I can't even begin to explain how I feel the terrible and the terrible beginnings and end that come from this story. The love and the hate, the heartbreak and the pain. I was 13 when I first said I loved you and meant it. You were 13 when you first said you loved me and meant it. I was not smart to hold on to that. I remember asking you out at midnight on a dark April night, 4/21/15. I loved you so much. The date that changed everything, the way I viewed the world, which was you. I remember meeting you in 6-hour gym class. I wouldn't talk to anyone. I was so nervous. I just moved there from a different state, and you came and talked to me. You came and became my friend, and with you came a rush of none other than adventure, but you were in love with a terrible man, an abusive and manipulative friend. I tried my best to protect you, but he was my friend too. I cared deeply for the both of you. I wish I had noticed more quickly what he put you through as hell, and I stood by, did nothing, because he was my friend too. After a while, I encouraged you to leave him, and you didn't listen for a while until I saw the bruises and I decided to step in. You were hurt, and I was a guardian. I convinced you it was unhealthy, and you left. You listened. Little did I know that would come back on me, against me, but I didn't mind. I loved you, and I took this hit. I took many more, but this one was the biggest. I fought with him for months, and you told me it wasn't worth it. I beg to differ. You were worth it. I fought for months for you, and it paid off. I remember a year later, sometime in April, you gave devastating news I was moving 630 miles away. You ran and slammed your hand into the bathroom door, thinking that maybe it was a nightmare that you desperately wanted to wake up from. We both went home that day. We couldn't be around people, and it was quite upsetting. We contacted each other and decided to go out to the movies. We saw Inside Out, but we didn't really watch. We sat and talked because we were the only two in the theater. It was 11 a.m., so no one was there. We cuddled and talked for however long the movie was. We had lost track of time. By the end of the movie, we just wanted to go home and sleep, so you came over and we took a nap with our legs tangled. Our hair was a mess when we woke up hours later. I loved that. I loved you. In October of 2016, I made the fateful mistake of breaking up with you. The distance was too much, and I couldn't handle not holding your hand anymore. Little did I know how wrong I was. I thought my feelings would fade, and I would be happy, but how was I wrong? The missed calls and the love and the utter support you gave, now all I have is some hateful messages. Not from you, you're too kind, but your family that never really liked me anyways. I'm sorry I messed up, and I'm sorry I still love you, and I'm sorry I put you through hell. On April 25th, 2017, I messaged you, but you didn't see it. You had me blocked to block the pain. I guess that makes sense. You responded 2 days later when my friend asked you to check, and I explained everything. How I still loved you, how the distance got to me, and how I had tried to move on, but it failed twice. that wasn't one of the worst mistakes in my life. That day I learned that you were in love with someone else, and my heart broke. I didn't expect you to sit around and wait for me, but it's two very different things to feel it and to hear it. We talked for a while after you responded on April 27th, made me feel a little bit better. But I had been down for months, and a single few messages didn't stop that feeling. I'd been called the wrong name and wrong pronouns for a year, and I had put other people's happiness above my own mental health. And now I was in the deepest pit I had ever been in. I made a playlist of music dedicated to you, Craelen and Static. The description only reads in memory. What a mess I am. For my own mistakes, too. I can't even begin to understand why I did this, or why my brain led instead of my heart. What a fool I was. Made the worst mistake of my life thus far, and it's affected me for almost a year. I'm sorry, I still love you. Static, a short story by Craelen W. A true story of events, and yes, this has been dedicated to the man I loved so dearly. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Just let me know in the comments. See you next week.